Have you ever wondered why so many people never seem to move forward in life? Why they wait for the perfect time, the perfect plan, or the perfect opportunity that never comes? What if I told you that the only day that truly matters is today? Most people are waiting. They're waiting for the right moment, for someone to show them the way, or for success to appear as if by magic. But here's the truth, that day isn't coming. The only day that counts is today and what you decide to do with it. Progress, my friends, is the key to everything you want in life. It's the bridge between where you are and where you want to be, between dreams and reality. And the beautiful thing about progress is that it compounds. Small, consistent steps lead to massive change over time. But here's the catch. Progress doesn't just happen. It's not luck, not chance, it's a choice. Every morning when you wake up, you have to decide to be better than you were yesterday. That's the real difference maker. Now, some of you might be thinking, Jim, that sounds great, but you don't know my situation. You're right, I don't. But here's what I do know. Circumstances don't shape who you are, they reveal who you are. Life will throw challenges your way. That's inevitable. Obstacles, setbacks, disappointments, they're all part of the journey. But the secret lies in how you respond. Successful people don't have fewer problems. In fact, they often face more. The difference is how they handle them. They see problems as opportunities, challenges as chances to grow stronger. They understand the path to success isn't a straight road. It's filled with twists, turns, ups, and downs. But no matter what, they keep moving forward. So, how do you make progress every day, regardless of your circumstances? It all begins with your mindset. You must develop what I call a progress mindset, the ability to see each day as a new chance to move forward, even if it's just by an inch. The first step to developing a progress mindset is setting clear goals. And I'm not talking about vague wishes or general desires. I mean specific, measurable goals that give your life direction every single day. Without them, you're like a ship drifting at sea. You might be moving, but you have no idea where you're headed. When you have clear goals, you have a target to aim for and a way to measure your progress. But here's the truth. Goals alone aren't enough. You have to break them down into daily actions. What can you do today, right now, to move closer to your dream? It might be something small, reading one chapter of a book in your field, making a single sales call, or writing 500 words of your next chapter. The size of the action doesn't matter. What matters is consistency. Now, let's talk about the power of daily disciplines. These are the small, intentional actions you commit to doing every single day, no matter what. They're the foundation of progress. They separate amateurs from professionals. Anyone can have a good day or even a good week. But the people who show up day after day, week after week, month after month, they're the ones who truly make progress. They're the ones willing to do what others won't. And as a result, they live the kind of lives others can't. So what are your daily disciplines? What non-negotiable actions will you take each day to move closer to your goals? Maybe it's waking up an hour earlier to work on your side project, exercising for 30 minutes no matter how busy you are, or reading 10 pages of a book that helps you grow. Whatever they are, commit to them. Make them as natural as brushing your teeth or eating breakfast. Because here's the truth, it's not the big things that change your life. It's the small things done consistently over time. Now, I know what you're thinking, Jim, that sounds great. But what about when things get tough? What about when I just don't feel like it? That's where discipline comes in. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. You can't depend on it to carry you through. But discipline is steady. It's what gets you out of bed on the days you'd rather stay under the covers. And here's the beautiful part. Discipline creates its own motivation. When you do what you know you should, even when you don't feel like it, you start feeling proud of yourself. That builds momentum, and that momentum fuels motivation. Now, let's talk about something that quietly destroys progress. Perfectionism. Don't get me wrong, striving for excellence matters. But perfectionism is the enemy of progress. Perfectionists often never start because they're waiting for the perfect time, or they never finish because nothing ever feels good enough. Here's the truth. Done is better than perfect. An imperfect action taken today is far better than a perfect one that never happens. Progress isn't about being flawless. It's about being better than you were yesterday. It's about continuous improvement, not instant perfection. So give yourself permission to be imperfect. Mistakes aren't failures. They're lessons, opportunities to learn and grow. The only true failure is not trying at all. And that brings us to something essential for real progress: learning. In today's world, if you're not learning, you're falling behind. The pace of change is faster than ever, and the only way to keep up is to become a lifelong learner. But learning isn't just about gathering information. It's about applying what you learn. Knowledge by itself isn't power, it's potential power. It only becomes power when you use it. So make learning part of your daily routine. Read books, listen to podcasts, take online courses, but don't just consume. Ask yourself, how can I apply this to my life? When you ask yourself, how can I use this to make progress toward my goals? Remember that learning isn't limited to formal education. Some of life's most valuable lessons come from experience. Be willing to try new things. Step out of your comfort zone. That's where real growth happens. Now, let's talk about something often overlooked in making progress: your environment. Your surroundings have a powerful influence on your ability to grow. They can either support your goals or silently sabotage them. So take a close look around you. Is your environment helping you move forward, or is it holding you back? Are you surrounded by people who uplift, challenge, and encourage you to grow? Or do you spend your time with negativity that drags you down? Remember, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Choose your company wisely. Surround yourself with those who inspire you, push you to improve, and make you think bigger. But it's not just about people. Your physical environment matters too. Is your workspace organized and productive, or cluttered and distracting? Small changes in your surroundings can have a huge impact on your ability to make progress. And finally, let's talk about one of the most critical elements of growth: taking responsibility. One of the biggest barriers to progress is blaming others or circumstances for our lack of success. But here's the truth: you are responsible for your life, and you are responsible for your progress. Yes, there will always be things outside your control, but how you respond to them, that's entirely up to you. Taking responsibility means ending the blame game. It's about looking in the mirror and asking, what can I do differently? How can I improve this situation? It's focusing on what you can control instead of complaining about what you can't. And here's the powerful truth: taking responsibility is empowering. When you own your choices, you take back control. You stop being a victim of your circumstances and start becoming the author of your own story. Now let's talk about something people often overlook when it comes to progress: celebrating small wins. Progress isn't always about big, dramatic breakthroughs. Most of the time, it's about small, steady improvements that compound over time. Those small steps matter more than you think. When you celebrate them, you build momentum. You create positive reinforcement that pushes you to keep going. So don't wait for the big victories to celebrate. Honor the little ones too. Did you stick to your daily habits today? Celebrate that. Did you learn something new? Celebrate that. Did you take even a small step toward your goal? Celebrate that. Because when you recognize your progress, you train your mind to associate growth with positive emotion, and that makes you far more likely to keep moving forward. Now, let's move to another crucial part of making progress: managing your time. Time is your most valuable resource. It's the one thing you can never get back. How you use it will determine the level of progress you make. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. The difference lies in how we use them. Successful people aren't successful because they have more time. They're successful because they use their time wisely. So how do you manage your time for maximum progress? It starts with prioritization. Identify the activities that create the greatest impact and focus on those. Use what I call the 80-20 rule. 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. Find that 20%, give it your best energy, and eliminate or delegate the rest. And remember, being busy doesn't mean being productive. You can fill your day with activity and still make no real progress. What truly matters isn't how many things you do, but how many of the right things you do. Now, let's discuss something that's often ignored when people talk about progress: self-care. In the pursuit of success, it's easy to push yourself too hard, working longer hours, skipping meals, sacrificing sleep. But here's the truth: neglecting your health is not a sustainable strategy. It doesn't move you forward, it holds you back. Burnout can set you back further than any failure ever could. So make self-care a priority. Get enough rest, eat nourishing food, exercise regularly, and take time to recharge. When you care for your body and mind, you perform at your best. Remember, self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. You can't pour from an empty cup. By taking care of yourself, you ensure that you have the strength, focus, and energy to keep making progress for the long haul. Now let's talk about something vital to lasting progress: adaptability. The world is constantly changing. What worked yesterday might not work today, and what works today might fail tomorrow. To keep moving forward, you must be adaptable. Adaptability means staying open to change, adjusting your methods when something isn't working, and embracing new ideas, strategies, and perspectives. But being adaptable doesn't mean changing your goals. It means being flexible in how you achieve them. Sometimes, the path you're on won't lead where you want to go. When that happens, don't give up. Simply change your approach. True adaptability isn't just about reacting to change. It's about anticipating it. It's about staying ahead of the curve. So keep learning, keep growing, and always be ready to seize new opportunities. Now, let's talk about another key to making progress: patience. In today's world of instant gratification, we expect quick results. We want success, and we want it now. But here's the truth: real, lasting progress takes time. It's not about overnight success. It's about consistent effort over the long haul. Be patient with yourself. Understand that progress isn't always linear. There will be ups and downs, moments when it feels like you're standing still. But if you stay consistent, if you keep showing up day after day, you will move forward. It might start slow, but it will build momentum, and one day, you'll look back and be amazed at how far you've come. Now let's talk about something essential for making progress: feedback. To grow, you must know where you stand. You need to understand what's working and what isn't, and that's where feedback comes in. Feedback is like a mirror. It reflects the parts of yourself and your performance you might not see on your own. And while it's not always easy to hear, it's invaluable. Sometimes feedback can sting. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. But if you truly want to make progress, you must be open to it. Seek it out. Ask for it. And when you receive it, don't get defensive. Instead, ask yourself, how can I use this to improve? How can I use this to move forward? Remember, feedback doesn't only come from people. It also comes from your results. Pay attention to what's working and what's not, and be willing to adjust your approach. Now, let's touch on something just as important: gratitude. In our constant drive to achieve more, it's easy to forget to appreciate what we already have. But gratitude is a powerful force for progress. When you're grateful for what you have, you naturally open yourself to receiving more. Appreciating even the smallest wins builds a positive mindset that fuels further growth. So make gratitude a daily habit. Take time each day to acknowledge how far you've come, to thank yourself for the effort, and to recognize the opportunities around you. Because when you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, your entire outlook changes. That shift creates motivation, energy, and enthusiasm, the fuel that keeps you moving forward. And finally, let's talk about one of the most crucial traits for lasting progress: persistence. The road to growth isn't easy. You'll face obstacles, setbacks, and moments where giving up feels tempting. But persistence, that quiet refusal to quit, is what separates those who succeed from those who stop halfway. What separates those who achieve their goals from those who don't? It's persistence, the ability to keep going even when things get hard, even when the results aren't immediate, even when it feels like nothing is changing. Cultivate persistence. Understand that setbacks aren't failures, they're part of the journey. The road to success is rarely a straight line. It's filled with twists, turns, ups, and downs. Persistence doesn't mean doing the same thing over and over without thinking. It means staying committed to your goal while being flexible in your approach. It's about trying new strategies, learning from mistakes, and pushing forward no matter what stands in your way. Now, let's talk about something many people overlook when chasing progress: balance. In the pursuit of growth in one area of life, it's easy to neglect others. But true progress isn't about excelling in just one place. It's about creating a life that feels whole and fulfilling. Real success comes from making progress in all the areas that matter: your career, your relationships, your health, and your personal growth. So strive for balance. Set meaningful goals in each part of your life, and understand that sometimes moving forward in one area might mean slowing down in another, and that's perfectly fine. Balance doesn't mean dividing your time equally among everything. It means giving the right amount of attention to each area that matters most. It's about making conscious choices, deciding where your time, focus, and energy truly belong. Now, let's talk about something absolutely essential for making progress: resilience. The journey won't always be smooth. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments when it feels like everything is working against you. But resilience is what helps you bounce back. It's what keeps you moving when things get tough, turning failures into lessons and obstacles into growth. So how do you build resilience? It starts with your mindset. View challenges as opportunities, not roadblocks. See failures as lessons, not reflections of your worth. Resilience isn't about never falling down. It's about getting back up every single time, learning from what went wrong, and coming back stronger. Now, let's move to another key factor in making consistent progress: the power of habits. Your habits shape your life. They define the actions you take each day, and those actions determine your long-term results. But here's the truth: habits work both ways. Good habits push you forward, while bad ones quietly hold you back. If you want to make progress every day, focus on building habits that align with your goals and breaking the ones that don't. Start by identifying what's holding you back. Is it procrastination, negative self-talk, or wasting time on distractions? Whatever it is, acknowledge it, then replace it with a behavior that supports your growth. Remember, habits are built through repetition. It takes time, but with consistency, your new habits will become second nature, driving progress day after day. Finally, let's talk about continuous improvement. Real progress isn't about reaching a final destination. It's about never stopping the pursuit of better. The Japanese call this concept kaizen, continuous improvement. It's about making small, steady changes every day that add up to something extraordinary over time. So adopt a mindset of constant growth. Strive to be a little better today than you were yesterday, because those small improvements, repeated consistently, are what lead to massive transformation in the end. Continuous improvement means always looking for ways to do things better, to grow, refine, and evolve. Ask yourself daily, how can I improve? How can I be better today than I was yesterday? But remember, progress isn't just about improving your skills or your work. It's also about becoming a better version of yourself, mentally, emotionally, and personally. Now, let's talk about something often overlooked when it comes to progress: the power of visualization. Your mind is an incredibly powerful tool, and when you use it to visualize your goals and progress, you can achieve extraordinary results. Visualization isn't daydreaming. It's a proven technique used by athletes, entrepreneurs, and successful people across all fields. When you vividly imagine your goals, seeing and feeling the success as if it's already real, you train your subconscious mind to look for opportunities to make those goals happen. Take time each day to visualize. Picture yourself moving closer to your dreams. Feel the emotions of success and make it as vivid as possible. But remember, visualization is not a replacement for action. It's a companion to it. Use it to inspire and motivate yourself, then back it up with real effort. Now let's discuss something equally important: accountability. It's easy to set goals and make promises to yourself, but without accountability, those promises often fade. Accountability keeps you consistent, responsible, and on track. Find someone who will hold you accountable: a friend, a mentor, or a coach. Share your goals with them, report your progress regularly, and allow them to challenge and encourage you. But never forget, the ultimate accountability lies with you. At the end of the day, you're the one who must live with the results of your actions or inactions. So hold yourself to a higher standard, stay honest with yourself, and follow through on what you say you'll do. Celebrate your progress, but also acknowledge where you've fallen short. Now, let's talk about something most people overlook when it comes to making progress: the power of rest. In today's hustle culture, we glorify nonstop work. We wear busyness like a badge of honor. But here's the truth: rest is not the opposite of progress. It's an essential part of it. During rest, your body recovers, your mind processes, and your energy resets for the next challenge ahead. So make rest a priority. Get enough sleep, take breaks throughout the day, and schedule time off regularly. And when you rest, truly rest, without guilt or distraction. Remember, rest isn't only physical, it's also mental and emotional. Spend time doing what you love, with people who matter, and in moments that recharge your spirit. As we near the end of our time together, there's one final element to lasting progress: belief. At the core of all growth lies belief. Belief in yourself, belief in your goals, and belief that you can overcome any obstacle in your path. Without belief, it's easy to give up when challenges arise. But when you truly believe, when you trust your ability to persevere, you'll find the strength to keep going, no matter what. So cultivate belief in yourself. Remind yourself of your past successes. Surround yourself with people who lift you up. And above all, take action, because action builds belief, and belief fuels progress. Belief isn't about ignoring reality or pretending everything will be easy. It's about having confidence in your ability to learn, grow, and overcome challenges. It's knowing that even if you fail, you can always rise again and try once more. In the end, making progress every day, no matter what, is about more than working hard. It's about cultivating the right mindset, building the right habits, and applying the right strategies. It's about being persistent, resilient, and adaptable. It's about taking full responsibility for your life and your growth. Remember, progress doesn't always come in big leaps. Most of the time, it's found in small, consistent steps taken over time, in showing up each day, doing the work, and refusing to give up on your goals. So here's my challenge to you. Starting today, commit to making progress every single day, no matter how small. Take one step closer to your dreams. Develop the mindset and habits of someone who moves forward with purpose. Be patient with yourself, but never stop pushing to grow and improve. Because the truth is, you already have greatness within you. You have the potential to achieve incredible things. But that potential can only come alive through consistent, daily progress. So go out there, stay committed, and make progress every day, no matter what. Your future self will thank you for it. I wish you good health, happiness, and continued growth. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Mindset Daily.